Hello there, thanks for dropping by. So this is the second Dead Cells video, which is based on the second level, the Promenade of the Condemned. And if you haven't checked out the first video, please do so you know the fundamental basics of the game. And this is for the second level, where things get a bit more tricky and complicated, but also interesting and fun. So I'm going to talk you through this and show you what you need to do. So at the minute, just as like you see my weapons, I've got a Frost Blast, a beginner's bow, and the infantry grenade. So really low level stuff at the minute. So hopefully I'm going to find some better stuff on this level. Okay, so at the start of the Promenade of the Condemned, 9 times out of 10, even though it's a roguelike and randomly generated, you do get these spikes. So you just need to be able to jump across. Obviously it's not that hard, but at this stage you only have a single jump, and later on you can get a double or even triple jump, which makes it far easier. So you still need to be careful. Okay, so something else to note here is that there are 3 roses scattered throughout the level, and if you pick all 3 up, you can get access to a little bonus room. So here's one here, which is very easy to miss, and what you need to do is stamp on it, and stamp on it again, and stamp on it again, and there you get the rose, the gardener's key. And there are 3 of those in the level, and you need all 3 to open a little bonus room which has weapons and sometimes some gold or jewellery. So we're going to go ahead and pick that up. Okay, so here we've got a couple of new enemies to consider. This guy down below is pretty rapid, so you have to be careful with this guy. He can kill you pretty damn quickly if you're not careful. This is what's great about having the Frost Blast, is that you can hold people in place for a second. Okay, so what we've got here is the Spartan Sandals, I believe. Yep, Spartan Sandals. And again, that is a blueprint you pick up. If you stay alive to the end of the level, that blueprint will be unlocked, and then all you have to do is unlock it fully using the blue orbs the next time you play through, and then it will be unlocked for good. And then what we also have here is a scroll, and you can see from it it's for purple or red. And as we said before, we're focusing on the tactics, so we're going to take the purple for now. Okay, so just to show you, I'm going to use a grenade on this guy next. Okay, that's the end of him. And what we've got here is a bonus called liposuction, which basically means if you pick it up for 45 seconds, you'll get an extra blue orb for every enemy that you kill. So that's pretty good at this early stage. So we're going to pick that up and then try and kill as many possible in that 45 seconds. And this is kind of going against my ethos not to rush, but it is a good way to get some extra. Of course you don't have to do that, you're only getting 1 extra for every one you killed, so it's not like life-changing, but still a nice little bonus. Okay, so the other thing that you're going to encounter for the first time on the Promenade of the Condemned is these little sort of like robot scarecrows. And what they do is, as you can see here, they transmit a shield to other enemies. So if you ever get to a stage like this and you can see that means there's one of these little robot scarecrows, and you need to kill that first, otherwise obviously you won't be damaging the other enemies. So if I push on the right stick as high as I can, you can just see the bottom of him there. Okay, so that means I'm going to need to go up and do that first. You can see there I couldn't inflict any damage on him because of the shield. So So you need to move away from where the shield is. That's another you know, tactic to use, by the way, to move away. Okay, so that's gone now, so that means the shield is gone. These little bats that, you know, they rarely cause you any trouble, but, you know, you just have to kill them quickly just to be on the safe side. Your bow, sort of, any kind of bow really, will sort of auto-target them anyway, so you don't have to worry too much about them. Okay, so if we carry on. You can see we got another one of those scarecrow statues. Oof. Wow, did not expect that. Sorry, that makes me look bad, but just goes to show we're all human. Okay, so again, this is another, in the Promenade of the Condemned, you always get this bit in the middle of the level where you get these spikes and the swinging maces, and as I said, in later levels, or you know, later difficulty levels, or as you progress through the game, you can pick up double jumps or triple jumps, which means you can just whiz through this. But at this stage, you just have to be super careful because they will knock a decent amount of health off you if you get caught. So it's just all about the timing, basically, which I've completely fucked up. And again, so I mean, as I say, could delete that and start again, but why it's best to include everything, warts and all. Now at this bit here, you need to pick up yet another rune later on, which will let you, called the spider rune, which will let you climb walls. So you can see at this stage I can't do it. If I had the spider rune, I could just run up and bounce from one side to the other, and that would enable me to get another rose, which I need to open the bonus room. Okay, so if we go down here, these are just little things for you to inspect along the way. They give you little bits of information, little bits of story sometimes. Sometimes if you search some of the empty rooms, you might get a bag of gold or some food, so they're always worth checking out because you never know what you're going to get. But mostly it's just kind of a bit of nonsense, really. That's just, you know, a little bit part of the story, gives you a small background into what's going on. Okay, so this is another part when you need a rune to break through. If you had the rune, I could smash through there, and then I would get another rose. So, 2 of the roses you need runes to get at. Okay, the other thing is as well, just to make note of, we're on the top level now. There is a bottom level to this stage, but I always do the top level first and then come back. I just find it easy that way. But we are going to cover all of it. Okay, so here we've got another divine. Obviously we can't open at this stage. We've got a little pressure pad that will open the door. Okay, and you can see there's another rose there, but at present we can't get to it. Now, when it says cross, this isn't the end of the level, as you might expect. This is to take you into a sort of a secret room, which normally is just full of information. It probably won't be any bonus stuff in there, but we'll check it out anyway. Okay. So, we get the vine in this room. I'm not sure why that appeared if we don't have the vine room. Oh, this is an elite room. Sorry, I forgot about these because they're only on the early levels. So what this is a super powerful enemy that if you kill will give you a special bonus or power up or weapon. So I'm going to try and kill him. just with my grenade without getting my hands dirty. And obviously these can be made much easier or more difficult depending on what kind of weapons you've got. So the grenade is actually quite useful here. So I'm just doing a sort of hit and run. Okay, there you go. So what do I get for my trouble? It is an unknown artifact. Yep, so that's the vine rune. Okay, so this is, a lot of these are optional, but I guess in this case you must have to do this one. Okay, as I said, it's been literally years since I played through the first level on the lowest difficulty setting. So it's actually quite hard to get used to the rhythm of it again, because normally on, if you're playing this on the highest difficulty level, the place is packed. So that means we can now use the vine, and that means that will be open now to us on all levels. So as we saw in the previous video, there is a vine in the first level, the prisoner's cells, that I couldn't use, but if I was to die now, which hopefully I won't, and go all the way back to the beginning, then I will be able to use that vine rune and also use it on all future run-throughs. Okay, so let's see what else we can see. Okay, so what we've got here is like a bonus weapon room, and you've got the choice here between the Nutcracker, which is a hammer melee weapon, which I'm not bothered about, or an ice grenade, which I am. So I'm going to take the ice grenade. Oh. It's amazing when you play on these low difficulty levels again. You think you're just going to walk, completely walk through it, but you forget that even on the lowest difficulty, the levels are actually quite hard. So it is very easy. It's very easy to mess up. So I'm probably not looking quite as cool as I would like to. So we're going to try and... So you can see that the Frost Blast is coming in very handy, and the same goes for the Ice Grenade, which obviously freezes people in place for a second. So what I might actually, what you can do if you prefer, is change the which one you have to assign to which button. So at the minute it's R2 normal grenade, L2 ice grenade. But if I want to, I can switch it around. If I just go to the pause and press triangle, and obviously I can switch around the Frost Blast and the bow too. But I like those like that, and this one I think I will keep like this for the time being. Or no, actually I'll go back, because the ice grenade does have a long sort of refill time. It's 18 seconds, whereas the infantry grenade is just 4 seconds. So I'm going to use the infantry grenade as my main weapon, and the ice grenade sort of as my backup. Oh, I'm doing really badly, I must say. Okay, so this is a good time to use the health potion. So if you hold down L1, that will almost refill your health. I think it gives you about, excuse me, about 60% health, which is obviously very useful. You can also see, as what happened there, you can kill people by fall damage. You can't really get any damage from falls unless you fall into some spikes or some lava or something like that. But in general, you can't really hurt yourself by falling, so you don't need to worry about that. But enemies you can kill by knocking them off a ledge. Okay. So we're a bit further on in the level now. Getting close to the end. I think we are at the end of the level now, actually. So if you open this door, so some levels, on the first level there's only one way you can go, at this stage anyway. Later on you can open up shortcuts to different levels. But on this level there's normally two options where you can go. So, but again, I don't have the rune for that, so I can't do that now. But if I did, I'd be able to go through there and open up the shortcut to, is it the ossuary? Can't remember, but anyway, that's where you would go. At the minute, I can only go one way, which will take me to the ramparts, but there's still a fair part of the level that I haven't unlocked. As you can see, anywhere that leads down below there's plenty more to see, plenty more things to find out about. So I'm going to go back to the first one. And as I said, this is going to now take me down to the lower part of the level. There'll be more enemies, more pickups, etc. Now these doors, these are called boss cell doors, and you find these scattered through all the levels. And basically what it means is, every time you complete the game and you complete on the first difficulty level, you'll get one boss cell, second difficulty level, second boss cell, etc., all the way up to 5. So this one has two symbols on the door, which means you need this 2 boss cells to open it. But that is like the 3rd level of difficulty, and you need to complete the game twice in order to get that. So I don't have that as yet, so I can't go in there. But when you open it up on higher levels, if you do go in there, you get there's usually a lot of enemies, but sometimes you can get treasure chests, bonuses, extra weapons, etc., etc. So I'm just going to carry on through this part of the level. Oh, okay, so we got to another dead end. That is a real trip going back. You forget so much. Okay, so another scroll here, which is always good. Again, we're sticking to the tactics. See what else we can find. Okay, so what we have here, these pop up now and again. It's called the Challenge Rift rune. And what that does, it will take you into a little room. And in that room, there's a short passage you need to get through that's full of like little tricks and traps, sort of similar to the spikes and the swinging maces that we saw earlier. And if you can get all the way to the end, you pick up some bonuses, a scroll, a weapon, etc. So sometimes they're worth it, sometimes they're not. I mean, I've already taken a few knocks here, so the chances of me getting sort of a perfect run is out the window. So I'm just going to go through it anyway, just to show you. So when you go in, you actually get given the treasure chest first. And this basically means you get given what you see here, and as long as you can make it to the end of the little sort of tricks and traps bit, then you get to keep all this stuff. So first of all, we have a blueprint for Crow's Foot. Then we have another scroll. I think I might take this for health at the minute, just to give me a boost. So it is quite a lot, 65%. Let's boost that up. And then you also get a necklace, which gives you a little bonus. So you can see it knocks off 5% damage, and it also means downward smash attacks burn the ground, which is very useful for when you're attacking from above. So I'll just show you. It doesn't really show you, sorry. If there's an enemy there, it can set fire to them, which is very useful. So now, if I want to keep those things, all I need to do is make it to the end of this level without dying. You can take hits, you just have to not die. So these wooden platforms will fall away as soon as you land on them, so you just got that split second to jump on it and then move on to the next one. So hopefully going to time this right. Yep, that's all good. Oh yeah, spikes in the water there. So if you use the right stick to push up, you can get a little sneak peek of what's coming up next to help you time. So the important thing here is going to be to jump the spikes, but try not to jump over the spinning spikes, but try not to jump into the spikes when I jump. Oop. Okay, so still not bad. Sometimes I just tend to rush through these things because, you know, they can't. It's rarely they'll kill you. It just tends to knock off a bit of your health. I mean, yeah, this is. You can see it's quite tricky, but as I already lost my perfect run, I'm not going to worry about it too much. So here is another rune. If you smash these, you get some treasure, as I've just picked up. Just kill another scarecrow. I mean, this is hardly a showcase for my skills, but honestly, I'd really forgotten how hard it is to go back to the beginning because just the rhythm feels all wrong. It's really hard to explain, to be honest. Pain in the ass. Okay, so here we have another piece of cake, which I'm going to take to get that 15% health boost. The other thing to mention is it might look like I've got infinite arrows, but it's only because I'm firing a few at a time. There's actually 6 in my quiver. If you run out, it takes a second to replenish. Just gonna get this guy a mist. Oh, some more food, that's nice. Okay, let's see where we're at. So, okay. Should be coming to a shop. Yes, we are. And what we've got here is a blood sword, balance blade, and a shield. I mean, I'm not bothering with any of them because I don't need them, and I'd rather keep my money for other stuff. Okay, so that's a dead end. That's everything we can do for this bit. So we're going to go to the next teleportation to take me down. I mean, the other difficulty in coming back to these early, more basic levels is that none of the weapons or turrets or ranged weapons, the ones I like, haven't been unlocked yet. So that also makes it feel strange to me in terms of how I'm playing through. I could say I'm not making excuses, but I am. So. Ugh. Yeah. Okay, so we've got another scarecrow up here, which okay. Okay, another boss cell door, which again I can't open until I've completed the game at least once. I forgot just how many tricks and traps there are on these early levels. I mean, the strange thing is on the later levels, hardly any of those appear. It's 4 more enemies instead, which is preferable, really. Okay, so... Okay, this is another dead end because we don't have the spider room, so can't go that way. Okay, so is there anywhere else left for us to go? So, if you see the 2 keys there, that is what we need the rose keys for. Like I say, we can only get 1 or maybe 2 at present, but we definitely can't get 3 because we don't have the spider room. So that's off bounds for us for now. If you look to the bottom left of here, you can see the tip, just the tip of what is another room. That's kind of like a tease because we can't get to that yet, unfortunately, because again we don't have any of the runes that were necessary to get there. But there is other parts of the level that you just simply can't get to without the runes. You can see here another one of the rose keys, which again we need the spider rune to get to. So what else have we got? Anything else to look at? There's the shop there. There's the pickups there. No, that's it. That's all we can do for now. So just go to the end of the level, take the lift up, and go to the ramparts. And again, I'm just going to include the interim part to show you what you can do with your pickups. So there you can see the time limit for this level is 8 minutes, but that isn't 8 minutes for this level, that's your cumulative total, where including the first level and this level, you need to do in 8 minutes in order to get the time bonus. And on this level, you need to get 60 hits untouched, which I failed miserably at. But you see, only the first level is 30, all future levels you need 60 hits, kills untouched to get the bonus there. But it's just, you know, an extra weapon, a few extra orbs and stuff. Okay, so come back to this guy, and now we've got a decent amount of orbs. We should be able to get something good. So, this crow's foot here is a mutation, but I never used that, so I'm not going to worry about that for now. And the Spartan sandals is a weapon, is a melee weapon, but instead of using your sword in your hands, you kick with your feet. Excuse me. So again, I'm not going to bother with that. But the health flask level 2 means we can carry 2 health flasks instead of 1. So we'll get that. And I will also put the other 15 into, let's see, gold reserves for now. So you can see I still need another 20 to unlock that. Okay, that opens the door. And now we can pick up a second mutation. So because we've got this, I'm not even going to pronounce that. I don't know how. Which said is for the beginner levels. It just means if you die, which can easily happen, especially on boss fights, you get respawned like instantaneously at the same spot. I think you come back with like 50% health. But for now, not sure. Necromancy is very good because every enemy you kill restores your health. Or we could go with the support, but I think for now, because it's beginner's level, I'll stick with the Necromancer, because that means if you do take hits, every time you kill someone, you can start to replenish your health. So yeah, we'll do that one for now. And that's it for the time being. We get 2 mutations. After the next level, you can pick up another. And the maximum is 3 mutations. Even on the highest difficulty level, the 3 is the maximum. But obviously, as you go through, you unlock more and more mutations, more powerful, more useful ones. These are the basic ones for now. But as I said, even on higher difficulty levels, I use support and I use Necromancer. Those are still always really useful. The ones you don't use later on are basically this one, because it's kind of a waste of a slot. Because by then you should be skilled enough not to need to protect yourself from dying. You know, if unprepared, where you can just wander into an elite room or a boss or something and you just suddenly get your ass kicked. Obviously it can happen, it can still be useful, but its cumulative effect is not worth keeping in your slot. But I'd say at beginner's level, definitely worth having. And now we can refill our flask. So if you hold down L1, you boost your I've just used that to top up my health, and now if I use R1, can refill my health flask, and because I've taken it to level 2, that means I've got full health now and a health flask. So Now at this stage, this will take us to the ramparts. So I'm going to stop there and then I'll go straight into the next video for the ramparts. So thanks for listening and I'll see you soon.